Sean McKinley, International Director of Children's Ministries for the Church of God of Prophecy. On behalf of our team here at the International offices, I want to wish you a very happy new year. Thanks for joining us for today's presentation. As part of our presentation, we would like to invite you to enter into today's giveaway drawing. Someone will win today's prayer pack of resources, which includes the 90 days of prayers for and with your family, prevailing prayer, conversation with God, praying for my family, and 31 days of prayer for my children. To be entered into this drawing, you must do 3 things. First, like this video presentation. Second, comment, perhaps saying hello and telling us where you're watching from. And third, share this presentation on your Facebook wall. If you will do those 3 things, like, comment, and share, you will be entered into the drawing, which will take place on Friday, January the 7th, 2022 at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. Before I share a few thoughts on today's topic of children and fasting, I'd like to tell you about this year's verse of the year for International Children's Ministries. For the past 4 years, we have prayerfully selected a Bible verse as our verse of the year. While many people talk about having a word for the year, we've chosen to select a verse that inspires us, gives us focus, and often biblically addresses a need that we strive to serve among our global ministry network for that year. This year's verse is 2 Timothy 1:7, which says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fearfulness, but one of power, love, and sound judgment." The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted all of our ministries to children. The way we teach kids, serve families, and connect with our volunteers has changed. As we navigate this new normal, reevaluate our ministries, try new things, and respond to the needs of our families, may God's Spirit rise within us. As we surrender to and trust Him, it is our prayer that our ministries will move forward confidently in His promise to supply power, love, and sound judgment to each one of us. May this verse serve as a reminder throughout these coming 12 months. Now on to today's topic, which is children and fasting. You know, many churches participate in a season of prayer and fasting at the beginning of each new year. The fasts vary in length, with some lasting only a day, others 3 days, and some 21 days or longer. Those participating in these fasts can be found fasting all foods. Others fast only certain foods, sometimes known as the Daniel fast, while some fast things like television, social media, and more. While there seems to be an increased focus on fasting in the church, it is very rare to hear children are being taught about this spiritual discipline. Furthermore, often we find that children are not encouraged or invited to participate in fasting at all. Having served in this role for nearly 4 years, I can also tell you that whenever I have taught or spoken on children fasting, I've been met with criticism from some well-meaning adults that children are simply too young to be involved in fasting. As a key spiritual discipline, fasting is a practical step in everyone's Christian walk that, when complemented by prayer, it helps us to empty ourselves to make room for God. It helps align our hearts with His purposes as we seek His blessing, provision, and guidance. By introducing children to fasting at an early age, we help them understand and practice this important discipline that was given to us by Jesus in Matthew 6:16. Now, if children are to be fully devoted followers of Christ, which is our aim, then we must encourage them to experience His presence. And what better way for them to experience this than through prayer and fasting? When children participate in a fast, it should be under the watch, care, and guidance of their parents. The church can serve parents in this effort by correctly explaining to children exactly what fasting is and the options that they have for participating. Leading children to experience and understand the discipline of fasting is a unique opportunity for every parent and children's minister. Fasting can be taught to older children in age-appropriate and relevant ways that can help lay a foundation for a child's faith to grow intelligently and purposefully. To be intentional in training children about fasting, we must consider several aspects. First, proper understanding. Make sure children understand that fasting is about centering ourselves on God. It is a time that we seek after Him. We can share with them about those in the Bible that participated in fasting and the benefits from it. The accounts include Daniel, Jesus, Paul, Nehemiah, Anna in the temple, Esther, Moses, and Elijah. A goal for introducing children to fasting is to encourage their success. So don't implement a long-term fast that they will be unable to maintain. Keep their first few experiences short. Start small and build to longer periods of time. Give the children focus. Ask children to identify a specific need, concern, or issue that they will focus on throughout their time of prayer and fasting. Encourage them to write this down and refer to it throughout their fast. Next, model fasting. Whether you are a parent or children's minister, you should model for children the discipline of fasting. Let them know you are fasting and share honestly about your experience. Finally, communicate with parents. For children's ministers encouraging children to participate in a time of fasting, it is always best to inform and prepare parents. Let them know that you are encouraging their child to fast and provide them with an outline of ways that their child might participate. For children, fasting all food is not encouraged. However, there are several practical ways that we can invite our children to experience fasting. While we might give children options, it is best to allow them to seek the Holy Spirit on what fast He would choose for them. Some ways children might engage in fasting include abstaining from certain foods. Children can participate in fasting by abstaining totally from their favorite foods. Often this will be something sugar-based like candy, ice cream, cakes, or pastries. Making alternative choices. For a limited time, children may choose healthier options for their meals and snacks. Just as Daniel and his friends refused to eat the king's food and chose the healthier alternatives, children may participate in fasting by choosing vegetables instead of sweets or water instead of soft drinks. Unplugging from technology and media. Children can choose to fast television, video games, tablets, cell phones, or the internet for a period of time. You know, God desires to do a work in the hearts of our children, and He can do so through prayer and fasting. We should not ignore or be negligent in teaching our children about fasting. Through fasting, our children will learn how to hear God, respond to Him, and grow spiritually. These ideas and more can be accessed in this month's blog, Children and Fasting, on our website, kogop.org/children, as well as in the January issue of the White Wing Messenger. I hope that you'll check those out and share them with your pastor, your ministry team, and parents. Thank you for joining me today. As a reminder, if you'd like to be entered into our giveaway to win today's prayer pack of resources, again, it includes the 90 days of prayers for and with your family, prevailing prayer, conversation with God, praying for my family, and 31 days of prayer for my children, simply do 3 things. Like this video presentation, comment, and share it to your wall. If you will do those 3 things, like, comment, and share, you will be entered into the drawing which will take place on Friday, January the 7th. May God bless you, and Happy New Year.